Hi, I'm Kevin Shepard, the Accent Guy, founder of Accent Flow and the creator of the 3D accent model of spoken American English. I'd like to answer another common question about speaking English with an American accent. In another video, I talk about your starting point in your American accent journey. Now, let's consider the end, or more accurately, your goal. When you set off on a trip, you generally want to have a clear idea of your destination, where you hope to end up. Of course, when it comes to learning another language, we all know that this is a lifelong journey. There are always higher levels of mastery that you can obtain, whether that be in terms of increasing your vocabulary, handling complex grammar with greater ease, or learning to adopt an accent that sounds more and more like native speakers of that language. I always ask potential new clients about their objectives for engaging in accent training. And occasionally they will reply, "I want to sound just like a native speaker." They may want to speak in a way that others won't be able to even tell that they were born and raised outside of the United States. Now, while I appreciate ambitious goals, achieving this particular goal is actually only possible for a very small percentage of adults who have a very high level of aptitude for accent acquisition. Changes occur in the brain around the time of puberty that prevent most adults from being able to sound 100% like a native speaker of another language. Now, if you actually are one of the few with an aptitude that high, I would love to meet with you and talk about how I can help you actually get there. But if you're someone who really wants to sound just like a native speaker, I'd like to help you set that bar of expectation a little more appropriately, so it's a goal that you're actually more likely to achieve. And, by the way, a word of warning here. Be very suspicious of any book, CD, or training program that promises that you can sound like a native speaker within 30 days or in just 5 minutes a day, or something ridiculous like that. While there may be some good tips in such books, don't buy into those kinds of false promises. As with most anything worth achieving in life, reaching big goals takes time and hard work. But if you don't have a super high aptitude, don't worry, because I don't believe that it's actually all that important or necessary to completely eliminate your accent. In fact, speaking with an accent is part of who you are. It's part of your persona. And as long as your accent doesn't distract your listener from what you're trying to say, it's okay. You simply don't want how you're speaking interfering with what it is that you're trying to say. And in this case, any remaining non-native characteristics of your speech are simply part of your authentic identity as a real person. I talk some more about the personal identity nature of your persona in another video. But for now, your primary goal should be to adopt enough of a native-sounding accent so that your manner of speaking doesn't create interference in the process of communication. You don't want to set the bar so high to a level that you may never actually be able to attain, and then end up feeling discouraged when you're not able to get there. Or even worse, feeling deceived and ripped off when your results don't measure up to unrealistic promises or expectations. Once you've reached a more attainable goal, of course, you can then certainly move on to higher and higher levels of mastery, if that's something that's really important to you. But for most people in most life and work situations, removing the barriers of distraction is going to take care of the majority of your communication difficulties. Therefore, as the saying goes, begin with the end in mind. Setting an attainable goal is an important factor in answering the question, how long will it take? Now, there's one more important factor that goes into achieving whatever accent goal that you set for yourself may be. In fact, it's the biggest factor of all, And that's all about practice, practice, practice. I have a number of tips to share with you about that in another video. So I hope you'll stay subscribed. How about you? Have you had any unrealistic or unnecessary goals for your accent in the past? What are your goals now for adopting an American English accent? I'd love to hear your feedback on this video, so please leave a comment and also share it with your friends. I hope you found this info helpful. If you'd like to receive a free set of videos of the top questions people ask about speaking with an American accent, visit accentquestions.com. Until next time, I'm Kevin Shepard, the founder of Accent Flow, wishing you much success as you learn to speak English with an American accent. Talk to you again soon.